All right, yeah. So we just a little update on where we've been. Clairvoyant and UFOs Joe's travels over the last few weeks, what we've been up to. A little bit of a teaser for the main podcasts, which are coming up in a few weeks. So yeah, start us off, Claire. Where did we go in the last couple of weeks?
Well, we went to Glastonbury after the channeling suggesting that we had crystals in our water. Your first thought was, must get to Glastonbury to buy some crystals. So I made that happen.
Yeah.
And so we headed to Glastonbury and we thought we
Any
might as well.
excuse for you to go to Glastonbury?
Well, yeah, okay, let's be honest, that's probably more fair. So then we decided that we'd encompass going to Avebury and Stonehenge, which is something we've been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah. I've been to Stonehenge once, and it was a summer's day, and it just then it had this amazing torrential storm, right? And it really is an incredible place. But our reason for going this time was to get a little bit more information. After a successful trip up to Scotland to Callanish stone circles, and I put you on the spot to say, go on, tap in, see what these stones, see what this place was really about, rather than just a ceremonial, druidic place, which is what, a lot of sort of mainline belief is. We had a lot of success, and you tuned in. So yeah, it's been on the cards to get down to Stonehenge, obviously like one of the most famous stone circles, and Avebury as well, with the excitement of all these ley lines that run through Avebury stone circle and all the energy down into Glastonbury, and Glastonbury being the heart chakra of the planet.
There's one interpretation, but yeah, I like that one best.
Yeah, nice.
And Stonehenge, can I just ask you a question? Did we or did we not get to go into the stones?
Yeah, we did.
Did you not believe me before we went?
I did believe it. I was told under very good authority from my mate Liam that you're only allowed to go up to the stones one day a year, and that is summer solstice. But as it turns out, you can go any day of the year, just at a certain time of a special tour. Yes. Well done, Claire. And it was worth it, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, 5:30 start. Well, 3:30 start to get there, but it was so worth it.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back to that.
Yes.
First, Glastonbury. Tell us why. Yeah, why did we go there?
Well, Glastonbury first and foremost, crystals, obviously, but also we wanted to check in a couple of things. We weren't sure where we weren't entirely sure which direction we were going to go in until we got there. So we wandered around the town for a bit. We were going to head up to Chalice Well and to go up to the tour, because obviously you've got the tour when you're there. But actually we got kind of sidetracked going into the Abbey, and it was so fascinating that we ended up spending all our time there.
Baking up, that's why. Didn't fancy walking up there, did we?
No.
Well, I could have done it. No, it was hot, wasn't it, that day? And it turned out it was for a reason.
Yeah.
We ended up in the Abbey by quite a big discovery. I don't think that's a world exclusive.
No.
There are people that have postulated this theory. Go on, what is it?
Yeah, there was some connection with Mother Mary, that she had been there for sure, but wasn't quite sure any more than that until we went in on the other day. And then I got more of a kind of an explanation come through.
Yeah. So we're going to save that for the podcast.
Yeah, we'll save all the ins and outs of it for the podcast.
Yeah. We can't give all that away just yet.
No.
Yeah. But it was a good day. We got some crystals and had a little mooch around Glastonbury. And then we spent quite a bit of time in the Abbey. And fucking TARDIS, isn't it, in there? You don't expect that right in the middle of Glastonbury town.
Yeah, the grounds.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, you could be in the middle of the countryside. It's stunning.
Yes, yeah. And all built on key ley lines and, yeah, by a secret monastic order. Is that right? Like,
Well, it
yeah,
was a monastic order that had, I guess, were harboured some secret mystery school teachings.
right. That was it. That was it. Yeah, yeah, cool. But yeah, again, we'll save that.
We'll save that. We'll save that. But yeah, it's on the mother. It's on the Mary and Michael line. So it's a very potent. That whole area is very potent for that reason, and the tour sits on that Mary and Michael line too. But we're going to go
Yeah,
back and actually go up the tour and go to Chalice Well and
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is, yeah. Yeah, sweet. So next day we went to Avebury Stone Circle. Yeah, I'd been there once before on my way to Glastonbury actually, and it's not as well. I don't think it's as sort of famous as Stonehenge, is it really? But it's huge, and it's the only stone circle that has a village in the
middle of it.
middle of it. Yeah, and and some of the stones had been over the years dismantled and moved, but for the most part, it's in pretty good nick, isn't it? And it's a pretty well maintained site. There's a huge walkway or like entrance up to it.
Avenue with stone.
Avenue, that's it. So we walked round one evening, didn't we? And just to take it all in, did a bit of a recce for you to get in the zone, because this was like a big crescendo, world exclusive, right here, Clairvoyant UFO Joe, and we're ready for you to tap into the stones to see what you could see on how it was built, why it was built, what it was for.
Yeah, and when I tune in, I always get what I get. So it can be snippets, it can be just bits of information, and then over a period of time, it kind of builds a picture. So I can't necessarily get an immediate, like, full scat mapping of the whole thing, but with all the bits, you kind of piece it together like a puzzle. It's really interesting.
Yeah, much to my
Impatience.
disappointment. Yeah, my expectations. Trying to give you some helpful prompts. You just told me off. Someone just shut up. Comes through when it comes through. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
And so that was good. It's a back in the day it would have been, it's made of limestone chalk, so it would have been a huge sight, like a magnificent white, gleaming white beacon almost, like on the horizon.
Yeah, would have been spectacular. It's hard to imagine just how spectacular it must have been for anyone coming. As they got closer and closer, they just see it. It was just must have been spectacular.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one thing he did say is that it could still be used now for what it was intended for.
That's right. Yes.
It is just sort of dormant.
Yeah.
Well, we can't say anything for the podcast, can we? We can't.
Podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, cool. That was a good day. And then next we were up early to head to Stonehenge for this 5:30 viewing tour.
Yeah. And we were up at 3:30, and it was well worth it. It was so worth it.
It was. Maybe next time to get one at like 8:30 though.
But I think it'd be more full. I think the 5:30 one, it wasn't as packed. So the next bus load, because we walked it back, didn't we? And we watched. We were looking at the stone circle from the field, but the next bus load was absolutely round. We were lucky. I think we had less people. I think that's preferable.
We walked back, didn't we? That was a good idea, wasn't it?
Yes, it was your idea.
Yeah, that was my idea. Yeah. That was. So again, you tuned in, and that was good. Yeah, I was impressed. I was impressed when you tuned in there.
You kept that quiet.
To find out and each stone represented something different.
Mm-hmm.
But collectively, it was where the power of
Yeah.
that whole structure became so potent
Yeah.
and profound.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't say anything, can we?
No, we'll go into
That's
it more.
another world exclusive, but we just can't say it until the podcast. Yeah. And then, yeah, that was nice. And then walk back, and again, that area just is quite vast, isn't it?
Mm.
The whole area leading up to it, and I forget the names of it all. We'll
The
be on it
Kirkus,
podcast, won't we?
the
Maybe.
Kirk, the Kirkus that runs up there. I think that's what you call it. It's massive, yeah. And then there's Woodhenge. So there's, yeah, again, it encompasses a huge area.
Yeah.
But we forgot something at Avebury.
Yeah, we did. Go on, you say this.
Well, the fact that we manifested a crop circle.
Yeah, we did manifest it. Yeah. Well, you said, oh, what did you say?
Well, we're walking around the edge, and we kind of came to this field, and I was like, wow, wouldn't it be amazing if a crop circle just appeared here now? And you were like, oh, you can manifest it. Don't you think we can
Yeah,
manifest it? Like, set down the gauntlet. I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Who
yeah.
knows? A few days later, I'm like, Joe, you've got to have a look. I've sent
One
you
in that exact field.
there's a crop circle
Yeah.
that's appeared right there. I'm like, what? But
So we went back.
yeah.
Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? You got a lot of downloads, and it's interesting, like, to understand whether they're man-made or made by ET. The fact that they're built on sacred geometry means that they have some sort of potency. Is that right?
Yeah, it was interesting because I went a couple of times to go and check out other crop circles during that period of time, and I was talking to various people. And I remember one guy who was an engineer saying, "Oh, this can't be man-made. I just don't understand it." We were at the Cosmic Chicken at the time, and this other guy turns to him and he said, "I don't care if it's man-made. The fact is, I'm picking up Palladian codes, and I'm picking up." And he gave a list of things that he was picking up there, and everyone, like, collectively, as you talk to everyone, it becomes it becomes irrelevant how it was made. It's funny because you imagine that the whole point is that you're in something that's ET made, but actually, it's sacred geometry. It's on sacred land with all sorts of potent elements to the land itself, and all of that together just creates something very fascinating, whether it's man-made or not. It's really interesting, and the vibrational resonance of anything, you can read the vibrational resonance of anything. So going into a circle, whether it's man-made or it isn't, it's still going to give you something. It's still going to communicate. The structure, the shapes are going to communicate energy.
Yeah. That's really interesting. And you met some really cool people down there on your trip down there, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. I met Paul from Ancient of Eoq, and he had a plant device that allows you to listen to the music of the crop circle. It's wonderful. So we've done a separate video about that because it was just so interesting to meet him, and he had a bit of like historical context. He's been going for a while. He was talking about his experiences, and he had this one particular experience. He's got a great video on his channel interviewing a woman while she was there. Another part of the crop circle was made while they were there. No one saw it happening. So that's really fun. So he was talking about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it fascinates me, how they're made. And again, I watched the Freddie Silver brilliant documentary on it, and he's written a book on it. And a lot are made within seconds. You know, the ET ones that are made, and they're made at a certain time of day, like certain between, at night, and you can feel the energy in there, and you can measure it with different scientific instruments. And it's something to do that part of the land. I mean, it's most crop circles anywhere in the world, isn't it? Like made there. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot that happen around the Wiltshire area. And then I also met Luke from Interstellar Discussion, and it was really interesting because he was talking about the geology of the land and how you have certain elements in the land itself which lend itself to being more likely to be an ET created one. And he has on his YouTube channel, he has great explanation, and on his TikTok, about what the difference is between a real one and not real one, and the forensic investigation that he does to check whether the stems look like they've been elongated by heat signature. It's really, really interesting. So there's
Yeah, he's great, isn't he? I like him.
yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so it was a fantastic couple of weeks, really, wasn't it? It was insightful. We had a good fun, didn't we?
We did, we did. And then we've got part 2 of the video of going into the crop circle. So we when we went to visit it, we could see it from the ridge, but we weren't sure whether we could get in because of the barbed wire. But we've got another clip to come where you can see you going in.
Yeah, it's good.
And what did you experience going in? How did you find it, whether it's man-made or otherwise?
Yeah, I like. Obviously, I watched a lot of Luke Interstellar Discussion and Freddie Silver and stuff. Like, it fascinates me. So you know, immediately you're trying to pick up on energy and see if you can get an energetic feel about it. And the crop was very dry, wasn't it? So there wasn't much moisture in it. You know, maybe I felt like a little subtle energy, but it was so hot. It could have been the ground. It could have been, but they're just spectacular to look at and to you know the precise measurements, no matter how they're made, like very impressive. But yeah, no, it was good fun. What about you?
Yeah, it was interesting because I could feel the swish of because there in the one in Avebury it was like a circle, and you can feel the swish of how it had been kind of swished down. Whether that's man-made or somebody else, you can feel the energetics of it being swished and flattened. And there's also this element of community, and it's the people you meet, and they become like a Sunday service, or that's always on a Sunday, like the mecca for people to come. And you know that if someone's in there, then you're going to be of a like mind, and so you can have like some really interesting chats with people. And people come from all over the place. There's people from America, there's
Mm.
people from Germany, there was people from Manchester. You know, there was people from all over the place. They just journeyed specifically to come just to have a look and then meet like-minded people and have really interesting conversations. So that was really a lovely part of it as well. This community piece. And then you see similar people, you know, if you go at the same time, you see similar people. And I'm sure those who have been doing it for years often cross paths with everyone. And met this really nice guy, grey man, who was doing the drone footage. And on his on his drone footage, you can see me walking around in a vision of pink in the crop circles. It's quite fun to see that. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, some really nice people that we've met on all our trips.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, actually. Um, yeah, cool. Well, I think that's about it, isn't it?
Well, I
Covered
think that's more
everything.
than enough for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so we have the podcast, the proper podcast coming out on how our interaction started.
Yeah.
So there'll be like a full interview with Claire Voyan. And then our trips to Crete, where we had telepathic downloads and we witnessed fireballs in the sky
On the
on the night of the
solstice.
summer solstice. We then ended up in Rennes Chateau. Little did we know we knew a little bit about that place and how charged it was, but until you go there and experience it yourself, and then following research, your mind is just flooded with awe at how special that place is. So we've got that, and our trip to the US on the hunt for this, not hunt, search for the Sasquatch, and successful C5 in Joshua Tree with some of Dr. Greer's team. So loads to come on the podcast.
Yeah, loads. We've had so many adventures, and it's interesting how we started with Skywatch, and it's kind of developed into the Stones of the Land. It's kind of taking on its own. We're like, oh, okay, we're having to do this now. It's just been really
Yeah,
fun. as it evolved.
Yeah. Never thought we'd be like exploring crop circles and sacred sites and energy lines.
Yeah, super
But it's
fun.
good fun.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool.
great. Well,
Interview next week then.
yeah, okay. See you then.
See ya.